Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hello there and welcome. Welcome, Gary.
Good to be here. Thank you.
We've got an email question today.
All right.
Gary, my neighbor's family was involved in an accident with several other cars, including a semi-truck. Do you have any advice I can pass along to them?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's the advice. You need to figure things out pretty early. Don't wait, because evidence will disappear. You can preserve evidence by holding people accountable to keep it. You know, they may not give it to you, but you may want to send a letter. Well, you definitely want to send a letter to the trucking company. They may have cameras. You want to send a letter to the other people involved so they don't destroy evidence. You want to get inspections done. You want to take pictures of everything. All that has to be done early so it doesn't disappear. But the other thing that comes up when you have several vehicles, so regardless of whether there's a tractor trailer involved, conflicts start to arise. You know, so you have limited coverage sometimes that can't pay for all the damage.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times it's happened. Somebody plows into a bunch of cars and they've got $25,000 worth of property damage coverage, and they've caused $100,000 worth of damage just to the cars alone, not to mention the bodily injury claims. So how do you deal with that, and who takes priority? It's not really something you do with one lawyer. So these conflicts exist in any of these relationships that need to be discussed, and I do see this come up where the lawyers don't talk to the clients about it, and they need to. So if I can't represent everybody in the wreck if there's not enough coverage for everybody in the wreck. So you may need your own lawyer in that situation, and lawyers will tell you that, you know, and you don't always know that initially or at the very beginning, but at some point you go, well, I can't get in the middle of your all's disputes. You're going to need your own lawyer. That's the several cars aspect of that. The trucking aspect of it is it's time to preserve evidence early, get somebody involved. We like to get reconstructionists involved. We take photographs, preserve the evidence. All that serves a purpose. Later, you can't get it back. It's just time lost.
You can't.
So.
Well, now, is there a difference in liability for like a corporate trucking, like one of the big trucking companies versus a privately owned tractor trailer? Any difference there?
Well, generally you're dealing with insurance either way, Maureen. So, you know, even the smaller lines have coverage and at minimum levels given if they're an interstate trucking company. Now, the real difference would be the liability of the company for putting a bad driver on the road. If it's a big company and they have negligently failed to do background checks, or they've left somebody, negligently hired somebody, there are different causes of action that may exist. Anyway, lots of good questions.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks.
We'll see you on the very next Legal Break.